July's jobs report has beaten expectations with almost 1 million new jobs added last month. The U.S. gained more than 940,000 jobs in July. The unemployment rate has fallen to 5.4%. That's nearly 100,000 more jobs added than economists expected. President Biden touted the recovery.
What is indisputable now is this: the Biden plan is working. The Biden plan produces results, and the Biden plan is moving the country forward. We're now the first administration in history to add jobs every single month in our first 6 months in office, and the only one in history to add more than 4 million jobs during the first 6 months.
For more, I want to bring in Michael Gapen. He is Barclays' chief U.S. economist. Thanks very much for being with us, Michael. What is July's jobs report telling us about the growth of the economy?
I think it was what we would classify as a robust report. I think labor market conditions are robust. The pace of hiring is extremely strong, and revisions suggest that the pace of hiring has been strengthening. So it's not just a single report that's strong, but the pace of hiring also appears to be accelerating. So it's very consistent with what we're seeing in the overall economy as the economy has moved to reopen and recover from the pandemic. But an unquestionably strong report, and labor market conditions seem extremely healthy. And as you said, the best in at least a year, if not many years.
You talk about the pace of hiring accelerating, and yet we still continue to hear about many employers still struggling to fill open positions. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a number of factors that are probably doing that. One of the most simple is it takes time to hire. It's straightforward to post for a job, but then you need to vet applicants and go through the whole hiring process. It takes time. Second, I do think that there are frictions in market that are limiting the ability to find matches, meaning things like extended unemployment benefits, home care responsibilities for children or older adults, and lingering concerns about infection risk. These may be holding back some applicants on the margin. And finally, I would just say we all need to be a little patient. I mean, we added almost 1 million jobs this month and 1 million jobs last month. That's a lot. So I would just suggest that things are happening. The labor market is recovering. If we're just a little patient and allow some of these frictions to work themselves out, I think employers will find the right applicants, and I think applicants will find the right jobs.
So while the numbers are improving in most categories, you still see higher numbers of unemployment in Black and brown communities. What do you think, Michael, the Biden administration needs to do to make sure that more people benefit from this recovery and are able to return to work?
I think from my perspective, this is still very much a healthcare crisis. So I think the number one thing this administration could do to continue to support a recovery in the economy and the job market is to gain control of the pandemic. So, and I know that this is something we've been saying now for 18 to 24 months, it seems, but I still think that's the number one priority. If we can increase vaccinations, if we can reduce case counts, if we can limit the effect of the pandemic on the U.S. economy and the global economy, then I think everyone will enjoy the benefits of a strong labor market over time. So I still think first and foremost, this is a healthcare issue, and healthcare policies are the most important thing that we can do in order to support the overall economic recovery.
All right, Michael Gapen. Michael, thanks very much for sharing your insights with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Elaine.